Hey y'all, it's your girl Key, and welcome to my new podcast, Her Open Diary, where I talk about things that's off limits, baby. I'm in my 20s, you know what I'm saying? I'm going through life just like you are. So if you are into the whole growing and getting to know yourself as from a girl to a woman, this is the podcast for you. And I'm gonna be talking about things that I have went through, and let's be transparent about it, okay? This is a judge-free zone. So if you're judging, get the on. Do you hear me? This episode, I really just want to talk about how I really started to stop smoking for real, for real. Like, if I get to stuttering, y'all, just don't mind me because I am kind of nervous. I'm talking to a camera. If we being completely honest, I am talking to a camera. So, okay. So, I got my little iPad here on the notes or topics that I really want to talk about. So, we just gonna hop right into it. What really made me want to stop smoking was my boyfriend. He was getting into the Navy at the time, and he had to stop smoking. So prior to that, I was smoking like every day, all day. When I was bored, I would smoke. When I was hungry, I would smoke. When I was bored again, I would smoke. You know what I'm saying? Before I did anything, I would smoke. You know what I'm saying? So that very much, at first, I didn't even like smoke as often. I started smoking when I was 16, y'all. When I was 16. And it really started off as like a every now and then thing. Like, at that age, people around me were starting to smoke or just starting to smoke, just like how I was. And I remember this one time where I was with a friend that I was friends with at the time, and she lived in this neighborhood, and the people around there I went to school with, whatever, they was smoking, and they offered it to me one time. I didn't take it because I was like really, really scared of how weed was gonna affect me or whatever. Like, I was really scared. Like, my mom was gonna beat my ass. Like, let's be for real. Like, but I asked about it. I was like, so how does it feel? Like, how do you know what I'm saying? How do you feel about it? How does it smell? What do you do? How do you roll it? This and the third with the woo. Okay, after that, I never hit it, but after that, I went back to that same neighborhood with that same friend, and me and her was talking like, you want to try it? Like, why not try it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just at one time, you know? It's just one time. Yeah. One time turned into a long time. Okay, so, but yeah, I remember her finding somebody. I don't even know how she found them, first of all. I just know that she ended up calling somebody that had it, and they delivered it. Okay? They delivered a piece of weed, okay? And it came in a bag, you know. I'm like, oh my God, like, I'm really finna do this for the first time. So, and y'all like my little pillow? You know what I'm saying? It's Christmas time. It's not Christmas time. It's actually November 5th to be exact. Yes, Christmas decorations is up. Okay. But anyway, back to the story. She got the little piece of weed, and we went to the gas station. We wasn't even old enough to get a Rello or a cigarello or whatever y'all want to call it, the stuff you rolling in, whatever you want to call it. But we wasn't even old enough to get it. So she ended up finding somebody at the gas station like, hey, can you know what I'm saying, go in the gas station for us? And yeah. So they shouldn't have did that, but they ended up doing it. I remember like it was yesterday. It was a grape white owl. Oh my God. It was a great white owl. Like, oh my God. So, mind you, I ain't never smoked before. She ain't never smoked before. She just knew what to do because she seen other people doing it. So she broke the Rello down and got all the guts out of it and broke down the weed with her fingers and rolled it. Oh my God. If y'all hear any extra noise, just know that I do live in an apartment complex, so let's be fucking obvious here, okay? There's gonna be noise. But yeah, she broke down the weed, put it in the cigarillo or whatever, and y'all, when I tell y'all it was not pearl. And if you don't know what pearl means like spick spack clean, like clean, okay? Like no wrinkles, no holes, no nothing. That's what pearl mean. But it was not pearl. Like, girl, it was so wrinkly and so flimsy. But we smoked it. It was so sloppy. It was so wet. Ew. Oh, okay. But anyway, um, yeah. So she lit it, and we smoking outside on top of the stairs in the same apartment complex. Like we passing it back and forth. When I put that first hit, I said. When I tell you, girl, I felt like I was gonna die. I felt like I was gonna have an asthma attack or something. But anyway, girl, when I tell you, I felt like I could not breathe. Like, she talking about some just smoking like it's just regular oxygen. Like, girl, I ain't never like coward dog. Okay, but anyways, after I got over that, we sitting out on the stairs, on top of the stairs, we walking back and forth, this at the third. So when we got done, I stood up for the first time. I felt like, I swear to God, I felt like I was walking on clouds. I felt like I didn't weigh 0 pounds. I feel like I weighed at least 5 pounds at most. Bro, I don't even know how that even... oh my God. Like, I stood up, I'm walking around, I'm like, oh my God. I feel weightless as I don't know what. I don't even feel like I'm walking for real. Y'all know them cloud shoes? That's exactly how I felt, but times 10. I feel like I was walking on clouds, literally. But I'm like, oh my God. So me and her, we got into the house eventually. Her mom, I don't even know if her mom was home, but if she... no, I don't think her mom was home. I think her mom was like somewhere else. But anyway, we got into the house, we chilling, and then she said some crazy stuff. And girl, when I tell you we busted out laughing for a cool 15, 20 minutes, we were laughing for that long. And girl, I was busting out tears crying. Like, oh my God, like, everything was so funny. The slightest noise, the slightest laugh, the slightest joke was so funny. Everything was funny. Funny. But after that, okay, that whole... I ain't gonna lie. My first time getting high, that was lit. I'm not gonna lie. It was fun. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was fun. But after that, I did smoke for a while. And then fast forward to when I was like 17, 18, I moved into my dad's house. And I started buying... Actually, I lied. I did move to my dad's house, but I wasn't buying it on my own. Usually I would like smoke with a friend or something like that. And I remember I introduced it to a friend that I was with at a point in time, but I was friends with somebody at a point in time, and I introduced it to her. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? That probably wasn't the smartest thing to do, but that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully she ain't smoking like that right now, but it was a one-time thing for me to her, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, yeah, she reacted the same thing. It's the same way I reacted, but just not as goofy or whatever. But yeah, I started smoking every now and again, you know what I'm saying? Every now and then. And then I went to college. That's when I started picking it up a little more. That's when I was like 18 going on 19, okay? I was picking it up a little more. I had found me a plug on campus, you know what I'm saying? I was going buck wild, you know what I'm saying? My mama killed me in the house a lot. So when I went to college, that's where everything really like blew up for real. So I went to college, found me a little plug. I found the way to get Rellos or whatever. I don't even know how. When I went into the gas station, I had to act like I knew what the fuck I was talking about. Oh, let me get Oh, let me get them games. Oh, let me get them Dutches. You know what I'm saying? Whole time I did not know what I was talking about. But I remember one time I went to the gas station and she asked me what my birthday was. I told her my birthday. It was a lie. She looked at me like, okay. And she gave it to me anyway. I was like, girl, why are you looking at me like that if you was going to give it to me anyway? But anyway, yeah, so after that, I started picking up a little more. And what else? What happened? And then when I left college and stuff like that, I came back home. I ended up finding me a plug down here. Well, when I was in my dad's house, I ended up finding me a plug there. And you know what I'm saying? I started doing it there. I remember the first time I even got caught. My dad, It was at night time. I had just bought it too. A fresh pack of Rillos, fresh bag of weed. And I was finna, I had rolled up already. I was finna spark it or whatever. I heard my dad coming down the stairs. So if you don't know, my dad is deaf, but I mean, I don't know if that plays into the story, but anyway, he's deaf. But I remember him coming down the stairs, and I was in the downstairs bathroom. I was actually in the back patio, and I heard him coming down the stairs. And I had to close the patio door real quick, and I ended up hiding it in the bathroom, downstairs bathroom. And he knew I was up to something because I didn't close the patio door all the way, or either I didn't close the blinds part all the way. But he ended up going to the bathroom, and he called my name, and I came downstairs. He held it up to my face, and he was like, "Oh, you smoking this, that, and third?" I'm like, "Yup, I'm smoking." I couldn't even lie myself out of that one. I ain't even gonna lie. I couldn't even lie myself out of that one. I couldn't even hide the fact that I was like, I couldn't even lie. Yup, I'm smoking. He got mad, of course. He was disappointed. But he wasn't finna whoop my ass type mad. Like, it was on some like, okay, if you get caught, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? It was that type of thing. Like, every time I came in the house, smelled like smoke, he was mad. Like, he was disappointed, but it was at the end of the day, what could he do? Because I was gonna do it regardless if he liked it or not. I'm not even gonna lie, I was that type of child. But then when I moved out, me and my boyfriend, we started picking it up real heavy because we were going through some things individually, like not like together. We were going through some things, but like just some things we was dealing with. Just like it started to become like a coping mechanism, and it was more so a coping mechanism for him as well. Like, we started smoking to hide or run away, or stuff like that from our problems or whatever we was going through. We would do that to escape, in a sense, to feel like we was escaping. Whole time that's not even the case. Whole time you ain't escaping nothing. You escaping something for 3 hours, and even then you still not escaping it. Okay, so even that, what I told myself when I was smoking, I was just like, this is nothing. This is helping me feel better. I'm just doing it to feel better. I'm just doing it to feel a certain type of way. It was a feel type of thing. It was never like, you know what I'm saying, to solve any problems for real. It was just, I don't know. I was smoking, like I said, to feel a sense of comfort. I smoked to feel comfortable. Everything that I was going through at that time, everything that I was going through in general was just, it was so uncomfortable for me, especially for me moving out on my own for the first time and just doing things for the first time that I ain't never did before. Like, and I really felt alone, even though I had my boyfriend, even though, you know what I'm saying? It's just, I didn't have no family support like that. And I really felt lonely. So I was smoking. I was smoking weed to get through the day, to feel better, to feel comfort, to feel, because everything I was going through was so uncomfortable. Smoking can become part of your identity, and smoking was a part of my identity at some point, and you don't realize it until like you with your friends or whatever, and the main thing y'all do is, oh, y'all want to go roll the blunt, or y'all want to go do this, y'all want to go do that, oh, y'all, go hit up the club, you go get a Rello from the gas station, this and the third, like let's light up one, this and the third, you know what I'm saying? Like, it really became that, like, oh, you meet up with somebody for the first time, you smoke, oh shit, let's match. Oh, like, come on now, like, that was just, I ain't gonna lie, smoking then was a icebreaker. If you found somebody that smoked too, it was a bonding way, but eventually that just became like something y'all just did together. Like, if y'all didn't smoke, y'all didn't really have much in common, y'all didn't really have fun together, y'all didn't have nothing to talk about for real. I mean, yeah, it was just not that great. I didn't realize until when I tried to stop smoking, how much power it really had over me. Like you don't realize an addiction is an addiction until you try to stop. You don't realize how bad a problem is until you try to stop it. Like I used to try to go a week without it, and I literally felt like I couldn't even go a week. I feel like I needed it. Like, I needed it. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. It was just like something that I really, really could not go without. And it felt like if I didn't have it, any little inconvenience, I would smoke. If I was mad, smoke. If I was sad, smoke. If I was glad, smoke. If I'm celebrating something, smoke. And I think the moment that I realized that it didn't feel good no more was when I was at work. I had did it for so long. I was at work feeling so anxious and so paranoid. At first, it was all giggly fun, kiki ha ha, and it was so freeing and so. I just felt so free and so calm. The more I started to do it, I was at work and it felt so just like a weight on me. And I started thinking so many negative thoughts. Like, I started thinking if my boyfriend was cheating on me. I started thinking that if he was going to leave me. I started thinking like so many negative things, especially with my relationship. I don't know what it was. Whole time, he wasn't even doing anything. He was not cheating on me. He wasn't doing none of that. So I really don't see why those type of thoughts was getting to me. And this was the time where I was like, you know what? I eventually want to stop. And it got to a point to where like, I said to myself, I eventually want to stop, but I was like, I don't know if I can. I started to accept the fact that, you know what, I'm going to be smoking forever. That's just part of me now. I mean, I'm going to be 60 years old smoking. I'm going to be 80 years old smoking. I'm going to be in my grave smoking. I'm going to be in heaven smoking. I'm going to be in line with God smoking. I'm going to be freaking walking down the aisle smoking. Like, it got to that point, and when I got to that point, I was like, yep, I need to stop smoking. I need to stop smoking. So after that, like I said, I was at work, and this was during the time like I wanted to stop smoking. So at work, I started to feel so heavy and so like, I don't know, it's like the devil was speaking to me like, oh, if you do this, this is going to happen. And then I so many negative thoughts. I ain't never had so many negative thoughts in my life. Oh my God. I felt like I was finna crash out. I would cry randomly at work because so many negative thoughts was going through my head. Like it was so many fears and I was so anxious about everything. I was overthinking everything. And when I was sober during that time, I would, overthink and stuff, but it wasn't as bad as when I was high. And oh my God, like I don't want to go through that again. I do not want to get so deep into an addiction to where I get to feeling like that again. I would never do that again. I don't wish that on nobody. I swear. Like I said, I was crying randomly at work. I would feel like I would be mad at DJ for no reason. That's my boyfriend. I would be mad at him for no reason. And it was mainly because of the negative thoughts that I had fucking concrued in my mind. I don't even know that's the right word, but it was the thoughts that I had mixed together and made a potion in my mind, and now I'm mad at him. You know what I'm saying? And then when I went to sleep and I woke up, I did not feel like doing nothing. I was so tired. I was so drained. If it was from smoking, I did not want to do nothing the next day. I would be productive while I was high. I'm not going to say I'm finna sit here and be like, oh yeah, I was still lazy while I was high. No, I did some productive things, but also when I was smoking, during that time when I was high, I would eat like I don't know what. I would eat the whole kitchen if I could. If I wanted to, I would eat up the whole kitchen. I swear. My stomach started to feel like an endless bottomless pit where I could just eat everything. And the more I started to smoke, the heavier I started to get. The more weight I started to gain. Oh man, that was the heaviest I have ever been. That was the most weight I have ever gained in a short amount of time. You know, some people, they be like, oh yeah, I lose weight because I started smoking this and the third. Oh no, baby. It was the opposite for me. I started to gain hella weight, and you could tell too. You could, and also it bothered my skin. It bothered my pores. I was not glowing. My lips started getting dark, and I didn't. You don't really notice it until you too far deep in, and somebody else tells you, "Oh, you starting? You like you have you? Do you smoke? You like you smoke?" Your lips getting dark. You know what I'm saying? Oh, somebody at work, when I at the job that I was working at the time, somebody said, "Oh, you like you smoke?" I mean, I smelled some weed in the break room. I don't know. I was just trying to see if it was you, cause I mean, you do like you smoke, bitch. First of all, let me recollect myself. I played it so cool. I said, "Oh no, I don't know who that is, girl." Oh, it was me, cause I forgot I put a blunt in my purse in my locker. A blunt in my purse in my locker. I had the whole break room smelling like gas. I ain't gonna lie, it was some gas though. It was some gas. But that was not the right. I could have lost my job because of that. And I don't work there no more, so I ain't really tripping. But I really could have lost my job because of it. But y'all, when it gets to people telling you, oh, you like you smoke, your lips getting black, oh, you look like you smoke, whatever, woo, like, and then it starts to mess with your mental and the way you think, the way you act, the how you eat. Like, when it starts to get that deep, I was just like, oh yeah, something needs to change, because like my skin was not glowing no more. I started to break out even more. My skin was super duper uberly dry, and it didn't make no sense. I'm like, I know this is what the cause is, but some reason I just feel like I cannot do it. And it was really because I was scared of the person who I would be if I stopped smoking. I was scared of the better person, if that makes sense. I was scared of being uncomfortable. I was scared of not finding comfort in being high. I was scared of, I had ran away from my emotions and ran away from my problems for so long. I didn't know how I was going to be when I didn't smoke. I didn't know how I was going to face my problems if I didn't smoke. I didn't know how I was going to cope with my emotions if I didn't smoke. I was so scared of myself. And that, looking back at it now, it's just like, I am proud of myself. I'm very proud of myself. I'm not going to say now that I completely stopped smoking, because I'll smoke every now and then. Like, I'll celebrate smoke. Like, if it's a party or graduation or if I'm going out with friends, I'll smoke then. But as far as sitting at home and smoking just because I'm bored and ain't got nothing else to do, nah, that ain't finna happen. Yeah, I was scared to quit. And DJ was, at the time, he was signing up for the military and going to the Navy. And of course, when you do something like that, you have to stop smoking. And at the time, he was my smoking buddy. Whenever I smoked, he smoked. Wherever he smoked, I smoked. You know what I'm saying? We were smoking buddies, honey. And for him to stop smoking, and he did a great job. I commend him for that, because me personally, even when he stopped smoking cold turkey, I was still smoking. I felt like, oh, you can't smoke, but I can. That's how, I mean, I'm being completely honest, that's how I felt. And it took me a while to get out of it. It took me a while to get out of that mindset. I wanted to stop smoking because I was in the mind frame at that time, like, I do not want to be a wife and I'm smoking hella backwoods and shit. Like, I don't want to be a wife and smoking edibles and, I mean, not smoking edibles, eating edibles and smoking blunts every day and sitting in the house and my kids in the backyard playing and I'm smoking a blunt. Like, that's not something I want to do. That's not the lifestyle in the future that I want to have. And that's not the lifestyle in the future that I ever thought about having. Even when I said that, like, oh yeah, I accepted the fact that I was going to be a wife smoking, like, even then, I did not think I did not want to be a wife smoking. I kind of just accepted the fact because I thought I was never going to be able to stop. What triggered my smoking was when, like I said, when I was bored or before I ate. For some reason, when you high, food tastes so much better. Oh my God. Finger looking good, boy, I tell you. Food tastes so much better when you high. And it's just like, that's what got me into the loop of just eating. And I would just make up concoctions and just crazy stuff. But it was good though, cause I was high. When I slowly started to stop smoking, I would go. Me and DJ would slowly start to stop smoking, even before he signed up. We would probably go like a week. We would go 2 days, then we go 3 days, then we would go 4 days, then we go a week, and then we go 2 weeks. And we'll go a day, smoke, go 2 days, smoke, go 3 days, smoke. Okay, like we built up our tolerance, and he kind of went cold turkey, of course, when he found out he had to take a drug test to go to Navy or whatever. But before that, we would slowly to slow down our tolerance for smoking, because we realized, like, dang, like we really do smoke a lot, and it was taking up so much money. Do you know how much $10 a day we finna do some calculations real quick. Let's say we do 30 days. That's $300 a month on weed. Cause a gram is $10. $10 a day. You know how much money we could have saved? You know how much money $300. Okay. Let's do $10 for a year. $10 times 365. That's $3,650 on weed. Make you look at it a little different, don't it? Yeah. Now I ain't gonna lie, we would buy like $30. We would buy 3.5. That's like $30. That'll last us for a cool week or two, and then we'll buy it again. Still, that's $60. It don't matter. It's still money that you could have been putting up and saving, but we wanted to waste it on weed. Man, I tell you. Excuse my stuffy nose, y'all. It's the seasons just changed and my nose stopped up. I sound a little stuffy. It's okay. But when I started to stop smoking, and I started to pray. I really did. And I know y'all, you know what I'm saying, some people, oh God, you know what I'm saying, God this. But I ain't gonna lie, God, let me tell you something about God. God, amen, gets you through some things. If you feel like you can't do it, rely on God. And you might, whoever you may believe in, the universe, you know what I'm saying, if you're Muslim or Christian or whatever, Catholic, whatever you believe in, rely on it, because it will get you out of some things. Me personally, I believe on God. So I believe in God. So God is going to be brought up in this podcast channel for a couple of times. I ain't going to lie to you. So you might as well get your popcorn, sit back, put your seatbelt on, and get used to it, okay? But yeah, I started to pray a lot more. And I would pray to just feel high naturally. Get high off of life, just feel addicted to feeling good naturally, because it's very easy to feel high, you know what I'm saying, and be comfortable, but everything around you is still chaotic. Everything around you, all your problems are not solved. You still going through this, that, and the third, and you feel like the world is crumbling. But once you get high, you feel like everything is all off of you. No, it's gonna feel like that for a cool 3-4 hours, and you cool. And let me mention the fact that the more that I did smoke, my tolerance started getting lower. And I was smoking. I could have smoked 2 blunts to feel like gone. And once I started to build up my tolerance of not smoking, like the 2 weeks, 3 days, you know what I'm saying, I slowly slowed down my tolerance of being high, if that makes sense. Like, half a blunt would get me high. A quarter of a blunt would get me high. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I started doing that a little more. And, I slowly started to save more money. But it's still like, I'm still feeling this type of way. I'm still feeling anxious. I'm still being scared or something. I'm still feeling, you know what I'm saying? So, and also, the more I went without it, was the less that I wanted it. Surprisingly, like, you would think like, oh, I'm going this long without it. When I get it, oh, I'm going to want it so bad. And this, that, and the third. Like, no. The more I went without it, the less I started to think about it. And yes, it did take me a while. I'm not going to lie. Because I started this journey in July of 2025. And it's currently November of 2025. Okay. And while DJ was going to basic training, I went the whole September and October without smoking. Can we get a can we get an applause? Can we get an applause, please? Please. And I was like, he even offered. I was like, he even offered to give me the plug's number or whatever if I wanted it, and I was like, no, I don't need it. I had access to it. I still had access to it regardless, but I was like, no. I want to challenge myself. I want to see if I can go this long without smoking. And I did it. And I'm so proud of myself. And like I said, I started to pray to God. And like I said, I wanted to pray and feel high naturally. And just be high off of life. Just feel good naturally. And that's when I started to pick up running and going on walks in nature and just enjoying life. Okay? Especially going on runs. I also... in July, when I started to slow down on smoking, that was the heaviest I ever was. I had just cut my hair. I wanted to restart everything. When I tell you in June, I cut my hair. I was also the heaviest, and I had just stopped smoking. Like, oh my gosh. Like, I'm so proud of myself, and I really want you to know, whoever is watching this, you can do it too. You cannot want something and not put in no work, okay? You cannot pray for something and not put in no work, okay? That's not how prayer works. That's not how life works. That's not how, and that's something I had to learn. That was a hard lesson I had to learn, okay? So instead of smoking, whenever I felt a certain type of emotion, mad, sad, angry, hungry, bored, whatever, instead of smoking, I went on walks, I journaled, I painted, I picked up painting. I always knew I was good at drawing, but I started painting. I started finding ways to release however I was feeling, especially when I was overwhelmed, anxious, scared, angry, and just like those type of negative emotions. I went on walks and I ran. And when I tell you, when they say runner's high is real, baby, runner's high is real. It's just like you being high, but you just ran instead of smoked. Like, I swear to God, I swear. And after I got done running, I looked around. I was like, dang, these trees are really beautiful. Dang, we really live here. Dang, I have a car. Dang, I am blessed. Like, I really started to appreciate the little small things that were around me, even though they aren't that big. That was all that mattered. I started to appreciate things a lot more. And the fact that I have 2 legs to walk, 2 arms to move, and 10 fingers to move things with, and 2 eyeballs to see, and 10 toes to stand on. Okay? I was grateful for that, because there are a lot of people in this world that wish they had the things that I had. And even though it's not much, it's the people that's not as fortunate as I am, they wish they had the things that I have. So that made me appreciate things a lot more. And also, when I started to stop smoking, or when I eventually was slowing down smoking a lot, I noticed that I had a lot of mucus. I started to cough up a lot of things, like just mucus. Just I had to spit and a lot. And that was just coming from my lungs. I was smoking for so long. All that stuff was just stuck into my lungs and stuff. And I have tried. When I started smoking, I was smoking Rillos, cigarillos, and stuff like that. And then I transitioned when I was at the end of my smoking journey or whatever. I transitioned into papers. That was my way of like slowing down smoking, because cigarillos are the main things that make you feel like addicted in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Those are the things that make you want to smoke. Those are the things that like, oh, I need me a blunt. That's that Rello. It's that Rello. It's that Rello. I'm telling you. It's that Rello. And then when I started to smoke papers, I mean, yes, if it is healthier, and I still wanted to smoke, but it wasn't as like, oh, I need it. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't as, I don't know the word, but it wasn't as that. Yeah. Then I tried putting herbs in my weed at some point. I tried mullein and lavender. I tried it for a little minute, but it didn't last long because I wanted to feel better about smoking. I used to tell myself like, "Oh, is this the last blunt? Oh, I'll stop next week. Oh, I'm not addicted. What? Oh, girl, please. Me smoke addicted? No. Me that is all that in the same sentence would never. Girl, yeah. That was me. Then sometimes you just gotta come to accept the fact that you are addicted. Okay, I know it sounds like some fiend shit, but you just gotta girl, you addicted. Let's be fucking for real. Like, look at yourself. Your lips black, your skin not glowing how it used to. Go in your Snapchat, go on your Instagram, and look at old pictures of you. Now you tell me and go look in the mirror. Now you tell me if that it looks like the same person. It don't do it. Yeah, that's what I thought. Now it's just I want to be addicted to feeling good naturally. Like I said, running made me feel good. Anything that makes you put in more effort and makes you be uncomfortable, but you feel good after and you feel naturally high after, that's the feeling that I want to become addicted to. That's the feeling that I want every day, all day. But the thing about it is the things that it costs you to get that feeling. You have to be disciplined. You have to be consistent. You know what I'm saying? If you want to feel good about yourself, feel good about your body, feel good about your mental. If you want to feel good about your body and you insecure in this, down, the third, go on a run, go work out, this, down, the third, do all that extra stuff. And then when you do that, you notice how good you feel after. But what you had to do, you had to sacrifice that. You had to sacrifice that, oh, I don't want to. Oh, I don't want to. Get the fuck up. Suck it up. Either way, you're going to have to do. Would you rather cost yourself to feel bad, or would you rather cost yourself the comfortability to feel good? You tell me that, please. And then come back and let me know. So, I'm not going to lie. I'm still working on that because I do things that make me feel good naturally, but it's the consistency thing. I'm not as consistent, but I'm not going to lie. I have been going on walks every morning. When I wake up, I've been starting to wake up in the morning. I have been going on walks, and it might not be a run, but it's a walk. You know what I'm saying? I started running. I have slowed down on that, but it's okay. Don't pressure yourself for, oh, I need to do this every day, every day, every day, every day. As long as you start, and don't be so hard on yourself. Give yourself grace, but it's only grace to a certain extent. There's a thin line between grace and excuses. Okay? There's a thin line between grace and excuses. Okay? Let's get that straight. Grace is you work out one day, you skip a day. It's okay. I can make it up tomorrow. Then you go to the gym tomorrow. Okay? Don't excuses. Oh, I'm tired. My period is on today. You know what I'm saying? My foot hurts. Oh, I'm tired. I got a headache. Girl, pop that Tylenol. Okay? Then you go 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 day turn into 2. 2 days turn into 3. 3 days turn into 4. Before you know it, it turns into a month. And no, that's excuses. Okay? There's a thin line. Give yourself grace. Grace is not beating yourself up and not being so hard on yourself. Okay? Because nobody's perfect. You're on a journey at the end of the day. To sacrifice your comfortability, you have to want it bad enough. To want to be addicted to feeling good, you have to want it bad enough. I can name numerous times of when I wanted things so bad. I didn't care what I had to do. Jump through hula hoops, stand on my tippy toes, do a handstand or a backflip. I did it because I wanted it that bad. That trip I took in California, I wanted it that bad. So I worked hella overtime because I wanted it that bad. Now, when it comes to little stuff, like you said, like we talking about right now. Oh, you want to stop smoking? That's something you have to want as bad as you talking about it. Because talking about it, doing this, running your mouth, and actually doing it is two completely different things. You can talk the talk, but can you walk the walk? Okay? The only way you're gonna be better in life is to do things that make you get out of your comfort zone. And that's not even with smoking. That's with everything. That's life in general. You not look at. I want you to do me a favor. Look at the people that you smoke with every day, on a day-to-day basis. What are they doing with their lives? Because some people, they are doing good. But do they got money? Are they where they want to be? Because when I was smoking, I was looking around at the people who I was smoking with or hang around with and stuff like that. They didn't have the life that I wanted. They didn't have the future that I wanted. They didn't have the habits that I wanted to have. And that's when I realized, like, oh, something got to change. This ain't gonna cut it. If you this old and you doing this, down the third, and you smoking like every day, but you say you want this and you still not doing it, you're not, and you're not even living the lifestyle that you talking about, that you want this, that, and the third. How long are you gonna keep doing it until something actually changes? So when I say you can talk the talk, but can you walk that walk? Okay? And walk that walk with God. Thank you. Amen. Amen. And also, discipline and becoming uncomfortable and consistency doesn't come from motivation. It comes from discipline. You have to say no to yourself. You have to be able to say no. It's going to be days to where, dang, I need a blunt. Oh, I'm so mad. Oh, my God. Oh, I'm so depressed. Oh, I need a blunt. Girl, go journal. Go on a run. Go on a walk. Go sit outside. Go meditate or something. Motivation ain't gonna keep you going. I promise you. Discipline and consistency does. Okay? And telling yourself no. Because telling yourself yes and being surrounded by yes men all the time, that ain't gonna get you nothing. I promise you. I promise you. But I hope you guys like this episode. Y'all let me know whatever topics y'all want me to talk about next. And y'all subscribe if y'all haven't subscribed yet. This is Her Open Diary podcast. And I really do hope y'all like this episode. This is my first episode. Like, I am so proud of myself. Can we get a... Okay? If you have made it this far, y'all comment a pencil and a pink heart in the comments. Okay? So, yeah. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.